You know, I was up there a second ago and I didn't see anything up there. Any notable items. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna... I can see myself. I'm gonna die making a jump and trying to grapple axe into something that I can't actually reach. Like, oops. Range isn't good enough. Okay, we got 2 new tools now. The explosive arrows and the wire spool, or grapple axe as it's more apt. So we got like a couple of places to go back to.
If you're headed to the cathedral, Trinity will be everywhere.
I know, but I have no choice.
Yeah. Well, we found the cliffside lookout, I think this camp was called. Yo, an enhancement tool. That's great. I think that was the thing that was on sale at the merchant's house, so I think we just saved some money by not buying it. It may have been... I think there's like one more tier of enhancements, so I think maybe that's what's on sale at the merchants. I don't know.
Through so much, yet they continue to fight. They are bound by an oath taken by their ancestors, a duty handed down from the past. But I see people who simply want to live in peace. I believe it's time for them to let go of the past. If I can find the Atlas, it might lead to the divine source. I could take it away from here. They wouldn't have to suffer anymore. They could share the burden of the truth with the world. But if all this leads to nothing, I don't know what I'll do.
I mean, I agree with Lara. I think this is kind of a miserable life they're living, having to guard this place. I mean, I don't know. They seem to enjoy the rustic life. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him that they're like, well, we enjoy being rural camping people. But the option of leaving here should be available to them. However, this thing might actually grant immortality, Lara. I mean, it's not just a thing that you put in a museum and a show. Oh, cool. Instant hand prying up. This is nice. Maximum axe. Again with the moon shadow. I don't want to upgrade it because it's a cheaty gun. A cheeky little gun. Whoa, did I accidentally have it equipped? Have I accidentally been using this cheat gun all this time? Well, that's embarrassing. My bad, guys. My bad. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I mean, if it really is an immortality-granting item, maybe bringing it out of this place would be a very bad idea, Lara. Just saying. Napalm arrows! That seems to be just the same as the freaking grenade arrows. Or cluster bomb arrows. Additional explosives on impact! Yeah. That sounds crazy! I can't believe there's a cluster bomb arrow in this game. Hold on, let me have a look at that. I mean, I got plenty of magnetite to spare. We could go digging in that one crypt for more. Hold on now. Let's put it in a safe distance. That's crazy. I didn't see the additional explosions, but whatever. That was crazy. Okay, so before we proceed with the main game, I will be returning to this geothermal valley lookout point because there's so many treasures to find there, obviously. But before we do all that, we are going back to not the Witch's Cave, the Soviet installation, which, by the way, I still think there's still one area to go to. There's like an area like somewhere here, like this area leaves somewhere. It looks like we still have one thing to do there, unless it's some DLC thing I don't know about. I suppose we'll have to just find out, won't we? Just play along and see where our travels take us. But anyway, yeah, like I'm a bit confused by that place there, because it's really far away from the action right now. I enjoy how there's... doesn't seem to be a lot of impossible geometry. The Baba Yaga DLC is one, but otherwise it looks like we've kind of been really carrying through, and these areas are kind of next to each other, mainly. Oh, the Deathless Ones. No, I'm ready for some supernatural stuff to come around at this point, so I would be fine with a little action against Byzantine zombies. That'd be pretty neat. Also, you know what? I'm pretty sure when they said that there'd be like a day and night system in this game and it would affect the turnout of monsters and stuff, I'm pretty sure they were lying, because I think it's night here because that's the time that the game has decided there to be. It's cool to come back to these areas at different times of the day and see them, obviously, but I have not noticed a system where the day and night changes differently. So I think they either were planning that and they just couldn't implement it, or then they were just straight up lying when they were developing. I don't like to blame someone of lying easily, so I don't want to say that. I'll just assume that they wanted to do that, but constraints in development prevented them from doing it. Finally, we'll find out what is in this. I put the regular arrow again because I'm an idiot. Maybe I was standing a bit close to it. It happens to the best of them. I'm already healed, so it's all fine. Hey, magnetite, just what we need. Make some of my own explosive arrows with these little gems. So what is in this mysterious cavern then? A box for one. That was just resources. This is it? It's just a coin cache? Not even a lot of coins. I mean, this guy's buried here. That's kind of cool, but there's these flowers here again if you wanted, if we were still doing the Baba Yaga quest. Oh, there's apparently a ton of relics I've missed. How did I manage to miss all these relics while I was adventuring here? Well, don't I feel like an idiot now? Oh well. Man, all that hype for this cave and it was a big dud. Doesn't feel good, man. It doesn't feel good. Okay, well, there's something I know will be fun is we're going to knock out yet another tomb. We're just going to go see it. How did I get there again? Through here. Yeah, okay. It's a bit zigzaggy, this train depot here. A bit confused when I come through. So now, we're gonna make our way. See, like, this is sort of like not like impossible, this geometry here. Kinda, sorta, I think. So that's why I'm like, how? Because I don't feel like there's a lot of the game left. I think we're gonna go to the Atlas. We're gonna find out where the Divine Source is, and that's gonna be the final level of the game. So that's like about 2 major sequences. So the fact that we'd be looping back to the Soviet installation here feels really weird, unless I just realized we go to the cathedral, the Atlas reveals the location, and it turns out the location is over here. That actually makes sense now that I think about it. So maybe that's how this is all going to go down. We'll find out, won't we? Well, not there, not that camp, this camp. We go to this camp, the ruins encampment, and from there we can go to the tomb with the wire spool puzzle. And what we did, there was one more tomb. What did we need for that again? Rebreather, I think, which is gonna be interesting to see where that pops up. Well, I'll be then, I suppose. Yes, I know all about your optional tomb. It's very exciting. Simply gorgeous. Yeah, that's the rebreather one. Wow, it's quiet here. Place is all abandoned and stuff. This fire's still going, that's not good. Wondered if I went back to the village if anyone was there or not. I guess everyone's headed off to the Acropolis to shore up their defenses there. Kind of makes sense. Hoopla. How many tubes do I still need? 6 out of 9, so I'll do this, that's 7 out of 9, so I'll have 2 more left. This one, that rebreather tomb, and then some other one somewhere that I'm not sure. And then we'll get some fancy Byzantine costume. I'm guessing it's gonna be Byzantine theme because it had such a fancy Latin or Greek name to it. We'll see, won't we? So I guess this tomb has a bunch of wire spool puzzles in it since we needed it to get here. So let's just prepare our butts for that, why don't we? Oh, I can tell already we're going slippy sliding. First I'm gonna check this backpack. This knapsack, if you will. It revealed a bunch of secrets. For example, there's a cache right ahead of us, I think. Or was it here? No, I think it's down there, but first we're gonna go slippy sliding, because of course we are. Can't enter a tomb without having a crazy slippy sloppy good time. What's the purpose of that area, though? Is that just to get back? No, I don't know. There's the cache we're interested in, so let's do it. Let's make a jump just in case, why don't we? Because that was getting a bit dicey. Oh good, two cogs. Or bolts, or nuts, or whatever those are. Oh! Oh, so that was meant to happen. Okay, that was kind of fun. Uh-oh, the pit of judgment. Are you prepared to be judged? Not really. Oh my god, what? What is this minecart madness right now? Am I even supposed to go this way? Seems to just be a way back. Yeah, I think there's just a way back, so I'm not gonna worry about that now. That's how we're gonna get back to our base camp, I assume, so I can fast travel. The music just kind of cut out. That was kind of creepy. Not to mention, this whole place is kind of creepy. Well, the minecart didn't just come crashing down, so never mind then. Anything underneath here? Not in particular. Let's not do that. Okay. Is that just like humongous amounts of magnetite, that ore there? It's kind of nuts. If that's the case. It looks like they were mining ore here. Aren't you gonna pick that up? Please pick it up. Thank you. Oh, I like those little sound effects for the different weapons. Hold on. That's really funny. I like that. The little effects so you can tell which bomb it is. There's the codex we're gonna get, so I'm guessing the puzzle here is how do I get a bunch of mines to smash into minecarts to smash into that barricade there. It's gonna be the theme here. Ooh, look at that freaking Stargate up there. Woohoo! We've been prospecting up in freaking Tau Ceti Persei. All the best gold up in Aldebaran. Ooh. Hoo-wee.
An old ring, tied to a leather thong to create a loop. They had no need of jewelry.
I've never met a gold I couldn't trust to show me the best places for gold. Hoo-wee. Well, well, well. A lot of stuff to interact with here. Including jumping over there? To go around? Okay, so what is stopping me from just going like this and letting it smash into... Oh. Well then. That would be stopping me. There's a little pod there. Second question, where do I connect this? Probably there. Have to go down there and have a look-see. Is there a bunch of trash on that other cart track there? Preventing us from just sending this flying down? Did I see that right? Oh well. I'm gonna guess this rotates the... Cool. Hoo-wee, another bunch of ore. That's what I call it when all the ore I found in Sirius. Okay, now seriously now, why aren't you interacting with it? Come on, it totally looks like you could grab this. Okay, there we go. I was a bit confused for a second. So this is gonna smash into the barrier, but I bet there's another barrier back there, and that's gonna be the tougher puzzle, is how do I get the other barrier taken care of? Oh dear.
Okay, not subtle, but effective.
Unless that was the entire puzzle there, in which case I'd be rather shocked. Let's check this area now. Oh, look at this. Freaking classical Greece art. And
Forced to pray.
so this must be where the judgment happened. This is really elaborate. I really like this. This is a pretty cool tomb. Huh. Wow. There's documents all over the place. Is there one right nearby? Huh. Well, it looks like this goddess found your judgment in vain. You know, I've heard that ancient Greeks and Romans actually painted these statues with really garish colors. A real irony, since we consider like their simple marble countenance like really beautiful. It's like monotone, like beauty and stuff. Apparently, oh, here's the document I was looking for. Apparently, the ancient classical civilizations instead preferred really garish colors that actually made them apparently look really awful. I mean, I'm sure they loved it, of course, but...
It was only a matter of time before the city guard caught me. By day, I must pull gold and other ore from the rock until my fingers bleed, all to increase the wealth of Kitesh. By night, we do penance, ask forgiveness from God and the Prophet. They hope to save our souls, to rehabilitate us. I bow when they expect me to, put on a mask of regret when they remind me of my sins. But when they let me free of this place, I will take my pleasures where I can.
Right, I realize now, this is the penal colony. Colony. Like, they have a bunch of prisoners brought here to basically slave labor all this ore. Makes sense now. All that said, you know, that's actually really cool. It paints that Kitej wasn't like a wondrous place, all that beautiful either. I mean, it's not like they were really selling that, you know, oh, Kitej, such a mystical, amazing place. Like, they weren't really doing that, but I do appreciate just them, like, having, like, yeah, Kitej had some really grim stuff going on, too. They had slave labor, and creepy penance by putting people in stocks, stare at a statue, pray for forgiveness. Pretty neat. This looks like a treasure. I found the rope thingy before.
A pair of gambling dice. Common thing for soldiers, but these are a little more opulent than most.
I'm sorry, this one's all 6s. What? I mean, I understand the concept of loaded dice, but how are you gonna fool anybody with this dice? All 6s dice. Come on. Well, he rolled 6s again. Who would have guessed? Oh, mysterious. What is the secret information? Is it that it's all 6s? Come on, game. I'm not sure what detail I'm supposed to look for here. It says I got hidden information, but I'm not finding anything. When exactly did they? How old are dice? I should ask my friends, because my friend Werehag has a really interesting Viking era dice. I mean, it's a replica, obviously, but it's, you know, an example of Viking era dice. They basically had...
Hold on. This one has 6 on most of the faces.
Most of the faces? It's all of the faces, Lara. Come on, this would fool nobody. Okay, so you need to relax and kind of stop and let Lara look at details. I can't just do this all the time and hope to get the thing. I realize now what the problem is. It's really interesting, the Viking dice. It's like a stick, but a cog like this has been slid onto the stick with 6 sides, and there is the number scratched onto it, onto the 6 surfaces. So when you throw this stick, it'll roll around, and one of these cog sides will be up, and that's the value that you rolled. Pretty cool, I think. What does this now do? First of all, I mean, I can't... Oh, it just pushed itself back. First of all, I mean, this is just stopped right here. This is like, this doesn't do anything. This is just a thingy here. Like, I thought I'd need to push it over onto this thing, and this would be like an elevator, but this thing is not an elevator. So yeah, that's like a Viking era. Oh, this thing can climb here. A Viking era dice, so that's fairly old then. I'm not sure how old actual dice are. Not to mention like these proper, what we think of dice, those modern looking cubes with the dots on the sides. That may have been a bit of artistic license. I was gonna say who knows, but well, obviously someone knows. That's not exactly... I'm sure it's been researched. Yeah, this stuff is blocking us crashing in there. So I'm not sure... I'm not sure what it's gonna take. First of all, the minecart is down there, which is a bit of a problem, and... Oh, this is an elevator. Ah, amazing. This is crazy. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. That was embarrassing. My bad. So this thing now spins down here. Of course. It was pointless previously, but now that we lowered the elevator, it makes sense to think the wheel beneath. It spins the whole platform. Oh, fantastic. I love this. The debris on the track is still a bit of a problem, but I'm hoping that it's not going to be a real issue and we will simply smash through it. Oh, but this is a trick. There's no wheel up here to spin this, so we need to pay attention to how many revolutions there are when we go down here. Okay, it spins one counterclockwise. Yes, one counterclockwise, so I need to spin it one counterclockwise. No, one clockwise. No, I need to spin it. Hold on now. If I spin it like this, it's gonna spin clockwise when I go back up, so it'll be positioned here. Yeah, if it spins counterclockwise when I went down, it's gonna spin clockwise when I go up, which means it'll be nicely oriented. There we go. Yeah. I can handle geometry, spatial geometry, it's fine. Real question is, will this take out the debris? I mean, I think the debris was there just so we couldn't come here first, I think, is the idea. We had to do the first track. Then we'd have to come here. Okay, why? What? Okay, then. I have to have this side facing that, so I need to actually... spin counterclockwise again. Well, I mean, spinning this 180 degrees, I think, should fix everything, so let's do it. Yeah, of course it does, because, man, I forgot all about it. It has to be the one direction is specific. One specific direction will open up. So this should now work. Go up here, and now, yeah. Now it's perfect. Okay. I think that was a forgivable error on my part.
Hope it doesn't all just collapse.
Yes, indeed, Lara. That would be nice if we could do this without... pull it a bit further away before I can push on it. Come on. Come on, then. Oh, come on. So close to getting that codex. Who knows what special ability we'll get from there. Okay, yeah. It did exactly what I think it was. It was just a progress blocker that
Hope that was enough.
that pile of debris there. So that we couldn't go up here first. We had to do that side
It worked.
first.
Glad it's still standing.
And that's all the gates down. Yay. Look at all that juice. Look at that dopey Zeus face there. I don't know whose face that is. We're going a bit long here, but we'll do it for now.
This valley continues to reveal itself like a flower in bloom. Every year, new buildings rise from the wilderness. We have produced a generation of artisans, astronomers, and philosophers that rival anything back west. But with any great city comes crime and rot. Many thought we should have put these sinners to death, but the prophet would not hear of it. He believes all men can be healed, and so we keep them alive, teach them through hardship and scripture. I do not share the prophet's faith that they can be redeemed, but at least they will serve the city and those they wronged.
So the prophet's still kind of a good guy, because otherwise they would have just death sentenced these people. Well, he was more like, no, we can save them, and in the meanwhile we can have them do our dirty work. Still a bit morally grey, this whole place, because that room we found where they were praying to the statue, that was a bit grim, wasn't it? Oh well. I can't believe I can't pick up any of this, like... I think there was, like, gold coins to pick up here or whatever. Nope. Now then, what does this codex reveal to us?
10th century codex.
10th century.
Telling the Byzantine knowledge of mining
That's-
and metalwork.
Really freaking old. Geologist. Successful mining of chromite ore. Press E to mine when near an underground ore vein. What is the difference between chromite and magnetite that we've been picking up all this time? I think this is still magnetite. But, oh, I see. Okay, so now we get a different, better ore while we dig out these ores. On top of the magnetite, we now get chromite, which I haven't checked what we'd use the sparkly metal for, but I'm sure it's for like advanced equipment. And that'll be exciting to put to use in the next episode, but now we have to end. Next time we're going to continue with the main quest. We're going to go back to that overlook we found, and we're going to continue to the cathedral, find the Atlas, find the divine source, save the day, be heroes, oorah. See you then, guys. Goodbye.